So I'm in the room, day 2, just getting ready. Today I'm going to make the attempt to cycle to Palma and back. Not going into the mountains, kept it fairly flat. There's a few wee lumps, basically skirting down the left hand side of the mountains into Palma. Might even see if I can find the Rafa Clubhouse. And then we'll head up back through the vineyards and possibly a place called Sinew, I think it's called, where there is a famous wee velodrome. I might see if I can stop by that. And then back into Puerto, Pollensa. So just shy of 100 miles, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Hoping to pick up some new roads today that I've never been on. And enjoy another fine day outside. So I'll catch you out on the road. So here we are, starting out in the back roads. Some of them we were on yesterday. I see we're heading towards the mountains here, but we're going to skirt to the left of them today, which means we've got to look at them, which is fantastic. They're a beautiful sight. A few wee lumpy bits in the foothills, hopefully following our route. Going down to Palma. There's a lot of bike lanes through Palma, so I'm hoping I can follow them. I've never cycled in Palma before, so this will be a first. Hopefully I'll find myself heading along a big beach in the south of the island called Saranal, and then heading back inland again and up through the centre of the island. Again, all on some new roads which we've not been on before, so something a bit different. Valley at the bottom of the Tramontanas. It's got vineyards on it, lots of lovely villas, a nice kind of flattish road through the middle, and it is beautiful. Most people use this road when they're heading to do Sabataya. I'll be passing by that today. You cut off at Caimari for that. Just round this bend. It's a beautiful, beautiful little valley, a lovely road, nice and quiet, not a lot of cars, lots of cyclists, but definitely nice. Past Caimari, I've not much experience of it. I've came the other way coming back from the Col de Soler. I'm hoping you can hear me above the wind or the breeze, because it is just a breeze. Well, enjoy this, nice easy pace, because it's big miles today. We'll take in the scenery. Mountains to my right, vineyards to my left, perfect. And I'll speak to you later. I think this would be my dream house. Here, big villa, beautiful valley, right near the mountains, on one of the best cycle lanes in the universe. One of these big ones up here would be nice too, but what a place. Euro millions, make me lucky and I can come here. Up here are the coves of Campagnet. There's some underground caves you can visit. I've never been in them. I have been over the other side of the island where the more famous caves of Drac are. Maybe worth a visit. Not sure if there's a place you could leave your bike, but I suppose it's cyclable too. And we are near to a wee town called Campagnet. It's got a wee store in it. A lot of the cyclists use it to stop and refuel. Well, this doesn't happen that often. Certainly not in Spain. I knew there was a railway, but never crossed it before, and here I come to the level crossing and there's a train coming. Yeah, it was nice to watch. I think you can get this in Palma. I think you can get it and it heads up to maybe Picafort, I think. I'm not sure. And there is the train. You can get to Soler, but I think it's a separate one.
I saw that he started following another person, and I'm like, so he already touched it.
I can hear it coming. I think it's going to stop at this station up here, so hopefully it'll stop far enough past the junction that the sign's open and I can go through. Hey! Choo choo! Stopping here because this is the winery of Macia Batle. I think that's how you pronounce it. But one of my favourite wines, not just in Mallorca but all times here. I think it's 1865 it's called, and it's one of the few you can actually get back in the UK. We're closed today, but I think you can come and do visits here, which I'd like to do one day when not on a bike or driving. That would be nice to do a wee taster session. Anyway, on with the journey. We're in a town called Santa Maria, where the Macia Batle winery is. Now, I've been here before once in a ride I titled Ride of the Vineyards, but heading further south from this point, so for the first time in this ride we're into some uncharted territory, so should be interesting. Especially navigating the streets of Palma when I get there, but always nice to do somewhere different. So I've made it to Palma. A wee bit sketchy coming through the city, but it's segregated cycle lanes all the way through the city. And I'll just turn around and show you here. That's what you've got if you want to traverse the city, but beautiful day, and I'll turn around and I'll show you the cathedral. Absolutely stunning. I have been in it, but it was about 23 years ago. But what a lovely day. So I'm going to head along the coast here for a wee while on this cycle track. It should take me to a big long beach, and I'll probably do another wee talk there because it's probably easier to stop and have something to eat maybe there. And because we're more, I'm going to say touristy, Palma's touristy, but you know what I mean. And at the end of that big long strip at Saranal, I'll cut back inside and head up back through Mallorca, back up to the north. So I've done the first coast to coast of the day, now we're on to the second. So I've just stopped for a wee bit of lunch. I'm usually an advocate for cycle lanes, but the one in the front of Palma it's brilliantly made, but the problem is other human beings, and it's a type of human being I bracket under the category utter moron. It's a double lane when it's narrow, but that shouldn't be a problem if you stick to your lane and you don't veer into the opposite lane because you're ogling somebody at the beach. Nightmare. But we've got there. Still, I think I'm kind of in Plaza Palma. It's a big beach just to the side of Palma. So I'm going to have some chips, get the salt content, the carb content up again, and then we'll head on. Oh, and salad. It's just a small one, so don't panic. That's us away from the coast again, heading back inland on another really nice cycle path. So this is the turning point, we're heading for home. Roughly about halfway there distance wise. Still plenty to see though. Oh dear, we just came through, look, my shore. The weather's still nice and warm, not too hot. Got about 50k to go, I think. We'll just get this climb, which I wasn't expecting, but none of it's too steep. And you know what? There's no rush. We're on holiday. Don't need to race it. Slow and steady wins the race, or so the tortoise said. Anyway, look at that, beautiful views. This is inland, it's away from the mountains. You still get some gorgeous hills and farmland and countryside here. Bit of everything. Anyway, before I'm totally out of breath and embarrass myself, I'll sign off for the moment. Well, this is the village of Randa, which I had no idea I was going to cycle through today. Heard about it before, but my goodness, it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Of course it's got a hill through it, but we can live with that. We are just about to enter the town of Sinew. Now, I've certainly stretched a few of my own to get here, but as far as I am aware, there is a famous velodrome here, an open air velodrome, so I do have it in my route. So we are about to go and try and find said velodrome, which is why I plotted the route back through here. So I'll check back in with you in a moment when and if we have found the velodrome, and if possible we'll get a wee shot on it. Hey, here we are. Wow, there we go, an outdoor velodrome, that's a first for me. So, back in the bike garage. Pretty impressive, and that's day 2 finished, a solid 166 kilometres. So if you're not in Europe, that's 100 miles. So that's day 2 done. Really nice 100 miles with some beautiful new scenery up the central. It's lumpy, but the scenery was just beautiful and everything was green at this time of year, so I'm glad I did it. 100 miles done. I think it's time to go and refuel with maybe a steak or a burger or something. So I'll catch you tomorrow for day 3.